These things we know. Today's students are changing. Technology is changing and your classrooms are changing. Experience Spanish represents a new approach to language learning, one that harnesses these changes to offer your students a unique opportunity to experience the world. Experience Spanish was developed based on extensive research of today's classroom and is designed to address students' and instructors' most common challenges, including limited motivation or opportunities to practice communicating in Spanish outside the classroom in a culturally rich environment. More and more students in the classroom and all at different skill levels. So many wonderful tools, but not enough integration between them. Achieving student learning outcomes no matter the format, traditional, hybrid, or online. How? Let's find out. Many Spanish students struggle to communicate in the language, to use Spanish, because they only practice speaking during your limited contact hours. Experience Spanish harnesses the latest digital technologies to offer language practice outside the classroom, improving your students' ability to communicate in Spanish and achieve your course outcomes. Early introduction to regular verbs in the textbook enables your students to practice communicating right from the start. With vivid examples of Spanish culture integrated from the first page of every chapter, students are motivated to want to learn the language. Available for use in smart classrooms, a lab, or from home, Experience Spanish's companion website Connect Spanish gathers our vast array of digital tools in one place, including the e-book, e-workbook, e-lab manual, and more. In Mundo Interactivo, students travel to 13 different countries, immersed in authentic cultural contexts that build their ability to read, understand, write, and speak Spanish. With the synchronous and asynchronous chat tool, they can interact with their peers outside the classroom anytime, anywhere. And because their discussions are recorded and saved, you can watch and even grade them. Students' exposure to Spanish cultures is heightened by the Experience Spanish video program. The Concurso de Videoblogs and Conexiones Culturales en Vivo segments not only broaden students' knowledge of the Spanish-speaking world, it increases their motivation to learn the language and use it. But speaking the language isn't the only form of communication. Writing is an equally vital skill. Palabra Escrita focuses students on the strategies and process of writing, building competency in an area students too often struggle to master. Your classroom is filled with students of varying skill levels, from true beginners to heritage speakers and everything in between. With variation like this, a one-size-fits-all approach will leave some students bored and others struggling to keep up. Connect Spanish's adaptive diagnostic tool allows students to diagnose their own knowledge gaps, provides abundant remediation, and does so in a fun, competitive environment. Now every student in your classroom gets individual attention, and it's all available for you to customize and record in your gradebook. The plethora of websites, platforms, and other digital tools and resources has made administration of many higher ed courses a challenge. We recognize this, which is why Experience Spanish is such a snap to administer. Single sign-on? Check. Blackboard integration? Check. Individual gradebooks, assignment builders, full-service support? Check, check, check. And finally, whether you are currently offering traditional, hybrid, or online courses, Experience Spanish was designed from the ground up to achieve your student learning outcomes. The biggest challenge is providing students with an environment that mimics your in-class experience. With Experience Spanish, students can do all their communication practice online via Mundo Interactivo and the synchronous and asynchronous chat features within Connect. Designed and written to address student learning outcomes, Experience Spanish allows instructors to assign specific activities tied directly to their outcomes. The results can then be used to demonstrate that your students have met administrators and accreditation officials' target outcomes. Improving communication, reducing variation, simplifying administration, ensuring standardization. These are the demands of today's language classes on your campus. Your journey begins January 2011 with a class test of the program, including the textbook, workbook, lab manual, Connect, and more. Are you ready?